If you're 5'8" or under, would you believe it's possible to get 91 likes on Tinder in under 36 hours? Well, as a guy who's 5'8", I did it. And I don't say this to brag. I say this because I'm going to show you exactly what I did step by step so you can blow up your Tinder inbox. But guys, you got to promise me one simple thing. You have to stick around for the full video because everything I tell you here marries together. And if you can skip one of these steps, your profiles remain buried in the algorithm. So let's jump into it, guys, and let's blow up your Tinder inbox. Okay, guys, in order to blow up the Tinder algorithm, we have to, of course, get likes. And the very first thing that you need to do to accomplish that is you have to make sure your very first profile picture is optimized. Now, I am not saying anything earth-shattering right here. It should be obvious, but most guys make this very simple mistake. We pick the picture that we like the most as the first one, but we don't pick the picture the ladies love most as the first one. Let me explain. So the picture of me on the beach right here, this is the picture that I like the most and that I love. And I had it as my very first profile picture. But I kind of noticed that my likes and my matches were a little bit down. So I simply just asked my matches and even my friends that are girls, I kind of said to them, like, which profile picture do you like the most? And the vast majority of them said the one with your shirt off, the one in my parents' backyard right here. Because think of it from a girl's perspective, guys. There's so many guys in the app, and you have like 1 to 2 seconds to capture attention. Very rarely is a girl going to go through all 6 photos of yours. If they like what they see with the first one, they're probably going to swipe right. If they don't, they're probably going to swipe left. So you might be asking, like, how do I know which one is best? Just do exactly what I did. Ask girls, ask your matches, ask your friends, like whatever they say is the best one, experiment with it. Put it first, and this is the very first step that you need in order to blow up that Tinder algorithm. The second thing that you guys need to do is you have to have a prompt that pops. So just like I kind of talked about before, you have to capture their attention, guys. You have about 1 to 2 seconds. It's like Eminem, Lose Yourself. You only got one shot, one opportunity. Very similar with Tinder. So let's kind of pull up my prompt right here, and I'll tell you what you can do for yours to make sure that you stand out on these dating apps. So for me, it's very straightforward. It's my dream job is professional twerker. Now, that's not actually my dream job. I'm tapping into humor. Whether you find it funny, lame, annoying, this besides the point. It's different and it stands out compared to most prompts on most people's profiles. So you have to ask yourself, like, what is gonna pop out for yours? Whether it's like humor, whether it's like you're saying something bold, and we're gonna dive into a lot more of this on the next point, so stay tuned for that. But have a prompt, guys, that's something original, and don't be lame and generic. We'll expand that in point number 3 right now. But the second that you guys have to have is you have to have a prompt that really pops out for the ladies. Okay, guys, the very third thing that you need to do is you have to have a very short but sweet bio that pops. Now, most guys completely mess this up. We make 2 big mistakes. It's either too boring, too long, or even both, right? And here's a common mistake, and here's what most profiles potentially look like. Hey, I'm Mike. Love my dog. I like lifting weights. I'm into fitness. Looking for my one. Hiking, Netflix. Looking forward to get to know you. Like, that's boring as shit, right? Or it's either just like way too long. Like, I don't know about you. If I see like a Bible, paragraph on a girl's profile, I'm not going to take the time to read it. I'm going to swipe left myself. So you got to make it short and sweet, and you got to make sure it pops. And I'll show you mine right now, and I'll tell you what you can do for yourself. So mine is right to the point, guys. And I'll probably even shorten this a little bit more, but I'm going to read it right now from the Tinder profile. It's cocky statement, but it's guaranteed. So again, that first line, it pops, it captures attention, right? Cocky statement, but it's guaranteed. If I'm a girl, I'm going to read the next paragraph for sure. And it says, I will buy you a drink and we'll do whatever embarrassing task if I can't make you laugh within the first minute of meeting you. So what do you think that does, guys, to a girl when she sees that? She's intrigued, right? Like, she's curious. She probably likes humor. Most girls like a sense of humor. And it's gamifying it a little bit. And it's a great conversation starter, again, which we'll talk about more later on, which is very important to blow up the algorithm. But you got to make sure, guys, that your bio, it just pops for them, especially your very first line. Like, if you don't have something that pops in your very first line, the girls aren't going to take the time to read your paragraph below. So I want you to think now, like, what can you do that makes your profile pop? Is it humor? Is it you're going to do something crazy? Is you're going to gamify it? Like, Be bold, go outside your comfort zone, guys, because the more you can do that, the more you're going to stand out because there's 75% guys on these apps, and we're going to do whatever it takes to stand out. And this is a prime example of what you can do in order to get more likes. Okay, guys, we talked about three main things on how to get more likes. Now we're going to talk about going viral. And the fourth thing that you need to do is when you see a girl that likes you, match her no matter what. Now, let me explain. There's three main things that you need in order to go viral in Tinder. It's getting likes, which we talked about. It's getting matches, which we're going to talk about basically right now. And the third thing is getting replies and getting conversations going, which we'll talk about later. Like I said, everything marries together. So if you see a girl that likes you, and even if she isn't potentially the greatest looking girl, or you don't have much interest in her, match her anyways, at least at the start of you trying to kind of build up your likes and your matches. Because the more matches you get on Tinder, it's basically going to tell the algorithm that your profile is good. If you don't get likes and matches, it's going to tell the Tinder algorithm that your profile is pretty shit. So at least for now, guys, I know it's controversial. Get the matches to build up that momentum, because the more matches and likes you get, the more it's going to show the Tinder algorithm that your profile is good. Now, I'm assuming you guys know how to find the like for the most part. Like if you don't have Tinder Gold, I don't have myself. But if you don't, just comment, show me how in the comments below, and I'll just show you a video exactly how you can match those likes in a very two-step easy process for you. The fifth thing that you need to do, and this is where most guys really mess this up, is you have to be very selective on who you like. Now, I've been on Tinder now for about 6 days or so, and I've had about 115 likes, give or take. Guess how many likes came from me actually swiping right first? So how many matches came from me swiping right first? Only 2 to 3. So again, if I swipe right first, only about 2 to 3 girls match me after the fact. And all the other ones came from, a girl liking me and then me matching her essentially. It's a pretty crazy number, right? So the reason why you don't want to be swiping right nonstop is it all goes back, guys, to the Tinder algorithm. If you are just swiping right nonstop on girls and you're basically getting no likes or no matches back, once again, it kind of ties in the Tinder algorithm. It's basically going to tell that your profile is shit, and it's not going to really push it out as much. So this is why, especially as a shorter guy, we have to be very selective. And it probably doesn't make a lot of sense for us for matching girls, or I should say liking girls who are tall, right? Because let's face the facts, most likely they're not going to match with us. Not to say they can't. Like I've had girls taller than me match me before, but chances are we have to really find a niche and pick girls that we're interested in and be selective with, because if we're just swiping right nonstop on girls, once again, it tells the Tinder algorithm that your profile is crap and your profile is just simply not going to go viral. Okay, by now you got more likes, you got more matches, and the sixth thing that you need to do for your Tinder profile to go viral is you have to start getting replies. So again, the more likes, the more matches, the more replies. You guys know by now, the more your profile is going to spread like a wildfire. So what do most guys do wrong, and what should we be doing? I'll walk you through it basically right now. What most guys do that's absolutely incorrect, and this is what you should not be doing, is open up with a very boring question. And what do most of us do? Hey, what's up? Hey, how's your day? Oh, what do you do for work? Oh, how you doing? Just lame stuff, right, guys? And like 90% of girls, if not even more, aren't going to respond to that lame crap, essentially. I don't want to offend you, but I'm just calling a spade here. What you need to do, and I'll show you basically one of my conversation starters, and I'll show you basically what you can do for yourself. So I'll just kind of pull this conversation right here. So on this page, like this girl had a photo of her surfing, and I just basically asked her a very simple question. So like, serious question, how hard is surfing? I feel like I would fall my arse in 2 seconds. So what am I essentially doing here? Number one, I'm going through her profile, basically showing that I have interest in her. Number two, I'm speaking within her interests. She obviously likes surfing because she wouldn't post it if she didn't. And the third thing, I'm just obviously not being boring. So I'm going to leave you with this. Like the best thing that you can do in order to open a conversation with the girl is go to her profile, go through her pictures, maybe even go through the bio, assuming it's not like a Bible long. We talked about that before, and just try to spark a conversation that she either has in her photos or that she has in her bio. Because we want to avoid guys that, hey, how you doing? Like, what's up? The odd time it comes, you'll have to do that because maybe they don't have anything that pops. But like 95% of the time, speak to something on her pictures or on her bio, speak in her interest. That's by far the best chance that you guys are going to have in order to get a reply. Okay, the seventh thing that you need to do before we get to the most important thing, which is point number 8, is you have to state what you're looking for. So I'm going to tell you basically 3 things you can do and 2 things that you shouldn't be putting down in your profile. What you want to try to avoid doing, guys, in terms of when they ask what you're looking for is, I would say do not have still figuring it out and do not have long-term open to short. Why? It just comes across as non-committal. Like once it's still figuring it out, I know what you're saying. You're like, okay, let me open up all my options. This we're going to talk about point number 8, why that's such a bad idea. So stay tuned for that. And then long-term open to short, it's like, okay, you're saying you want long-term, but you're kind of not committing. When girls see that, that's a pretty big turnoff for them. And a lot of them are probably just going to think that you're looking to essentially hook up. So you got to ask yourself, and again, there's 3 things you can put down. Just give me 1 second. But you got to ask yourself, like, are you looking for a long-term or not? If it's long-term, put long-term. If it's not, do what I'm going to say right now. There's 2 other things that you can do. So either long-term is number 1, or the other 2 things is you can put casual fun. I personally don't love this route just because casual fun kind of comes across as like hookups. I'm not saying it's bad. Like I've never actually done it before. Like you can definitely experiment, but I just think it comes across as a bit sleazy if I'm being honest. And you're probably going to limit how many girls are going to be essentially matching you. What I do right now, because like I just got unfortunately out of a relationship with my my ex-girlfriend, is I'm just putting short-term open to long. That way it kind of like, it shows basically I'm staying short-term. Most girls, when they see a guy short-term open to long, they're going to assume basically you're looking for more short-term. If it's a girl, it's obviously a little more 50-50 in the opposite. But have those 3 things, guys, either like casual, short-term open long, or long-term. Don't have still figuring it out or long-term open to short because it's just too many question marks in my opinion. And you got to be specific on what you want, which leads me to the most important point of them all. Okay, guys, before we get to the most important thing, did this video help? If so, please drop me a like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And if you have any questions that you need answered, let me know. I want to help you dominate the dating apps as a shorter guy in particular. But the last thing that you have to do if you want to stand out is you have to niche down. Now, I literally made like a 50-minute video on this. So instead of me going and elaborating the same points over and over again, I'm going to link it for you right here. Check it out. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. And we're going to maximize your likes, your matches, your conversations, and your dates. Thanks for watching, guys. And let me know in the comments below if this was helpful.